everyone. Hi Lolly. Hi Lala. Hi Joni. How are you? I'm gonna just check my sound for a second. Because the time I don't check the sound is the time when it's not working right. Hi Lynn. Hi Lucinda. How are you guys? So today I'm gonna show you I'm gonna work on making. I think a cover. I don't know. We'll see. I'll show you what I got going on, and then we can all commiserate with what's going on in my junk journaling efforts. So how is everyone? How is everyone? I want to show you guys a really cool trash find I found. Hi, Gail. Hi, Eva. How are you? Hi, Aunt Beck. Barb's on? How did I met Barb's on now? Oh, tell Barb I said I love her. I'm sorry. Tab been out. She's on now. Hi, Bet. We owe Bet a happy birthday song. Hi, Miss Allen. Hi, Mitz. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Susan. Hi, Linda. Oh, she wrapped up. How did I miss it? You guys, I'm not on my schedule thing right now. Well, I'm going to show you. I got some really cool Happy Mail, and I'm going to work on making signatures for a couple of things I got in Happy Mail. And I'm going to use, put some painty papers in it. And then I'm going to work on, I don't know, we'll see how far I got. But I want to show you guys this really cool trash find I got. Let me clean off my... Guys, I'm still not in my space. I'm still in my makeshift ridiculousness here. I did manage to find, these are all for my little signatures. I did manage to find some more watercolors. I knew I had them. And I do love these pearlets. I still think I'm going to use, Linda asked me last week what these are. You guys, I don't know. I couldn't find it. I've had them for probably 4 or 5 years, so I don't know. I'm guessing that, I don't know. If one of you guys have a box of watercolors like this, you can tell me. Hi, Addie Doll. Hi, Malia. Hi, Lori. Hi, Joyce. Yes, we owe Bet today. This weekend was Bet's birthday. Did you have a good birthday, Bet? We owe Bet a birthday song. And we also owe our Miss Elizabeth Brewer, who we love so much, a birthday song. Today's her birthday, too. So before I show you my amazing Happy Mail that I got, I was going to show you, look what I got from the trash. You guys, this was like my best trash find lately. Hi, Lori. Hi, Laura. Hi, Amanda. I have been totally not looking in the trash. I have not been doing any library dumpster diving. Hi, Renee, because I don't have any room. So happy to see you, Joyce. So this is what I found. You guys, this is so beautiful, and it is the art of Chinese sculpture, but I want you to see how they've done them in plates. Okay, it looks like the book was $2.50 when it was originally published, and it looks like they were selling it at some point somewhere for $7.50. But I want you guys to see these images. They're so beautiful. It was done in 1960. But I want you to, the images are what, the book itself is like, but wait till you see the images. Look. Each one is like on its own little plate. And it's a photograph to take off. Your library locks up their trash. Ours doesn't. And I have not been doing any dumpster diving. I've just been... You guys, I have to, until I get enough space, I can't do it. But it's just beautiful. I thought, oh, wow. Like I could take each one of these illustrations off. They're done so well. Isn't this one beautiful? Wouldn't that be the most exquisite junk journal cover? Your library is having a random book. You know what? A lot of times, Malia, you can go and even just talk to them, and they'll... Anyway, so this was my find. This was my ridiculousness. I know, right? Isn't this one good though? Look, isn't she beautiful? I think it's a she. Maybe it's a stone. It is. It's a stone carving of Kuan Yin, plate 6. She's just so beautiful. Anyway, that's my. You guys know how much I love books. That's why I fail at doing the KonMari method. They're just beautiful. Look, isn't she beautiful? Like, look. So beautiful. Hi, Sandy. I know, right? I love it too. Yes, we have to sing Bet Happy Birthday and our Elizabeth Brewer. So we'll sing Bet Happy Birthday now. And you never know. Sometimes our Scrappin' Lizzie comes in. We'll sing to her too. So we have Bet and we have Elizabeth. So that is my trashy from dumpster, from the throwaway. But I'm excited. Hi, Button Addict. She says, Button Addict says they have year-round sales, but the ones in the spring and the fall are the best. You get a fill a bag for $2. Ooh, that would be my my downfall. Fill a bag for $2. Well, let's sing Happy Birthday to Bet, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to work on today. Hi, Misty Allen. Thanks for joining me. Okay, everybody, it's Bet, and it's our Bet, our beautiful Bet. It's her birthday, and our beautiful Elizabeth Brewer. So we're going to sing Happy Birthday to Bet and Happy Birthday to Scrappin' Lizzie. All right, everybody. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bet and Lizzie. Happy birthday to you and many more. We love you, Bet. We love you, our Scrappin' Lizzie. We love you guys so much. All right, so today I'm going to work on, and I hope you had a wonderful birthday. I hope you're celebrating all month. I got to make some room on my tiny makeshift craft space. And I got these magazines because I think I may use one of them as a cover. So that is why they're here. But a cover for my watercolor junk mail journal. So I got this most amazing Happy Mail from our very own. I got to clean off my desk for it. This is, guys, this is so bad. So bad. This is what happens when you have a really small space. I'm not going to complain about my space because every time I do it gets smaller. My palatially large space. I got this, the best Happy Mail, and this came from our Linda McCullum. And I want you guys to take a look at it. She has been making the most amazing, and so I'm going to fill some of these this week. She also sent me this amazing stamp, which I may use today too. And some stamped, she sent me some stamped tissue paper, which you guys know how much I love stamped tissue paper. She sent me tons of stamped tissue paper. I don't think you can ever have too much, especially because so many of us have so many different kind of stamps. This is like the best Happy Mail ever for me, that kind of, you know, stamped. And I use them in my journals. How many of you guys use your stamped tissue paper in your art journals? I love that. And then, but I want you to guys to see the most, and then she sent me this, I think it's paper sewing. I think she sewed on paper. And she sent me a beautiful card. But she sent me these journal covers, and they're just gorgeous. So I'm going to fill one of them today. That's what I'm going to do. I think this is, Linda, is this paper? Happy birthday, Lizzie. We love you. Is this, I think this is sewn, this is a magazine applique with paper and stitching. Look at this. Isn't this amazing? Look at that. Hi, Taz. Linda, you are so beyond talented. This is a paper applique. She sewed with the stamping and her painting papers, and it's sewn on top of magazine paper. Isn't that? She's just so talented. Linda, it's so beautiful. I'm gonna have to put that. I have my own like little personal scrapbook that I want to share. So I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna fill this one or if I'm gonna fill a bunch of these little ones. So you guys remember I was in that challenge with Bea Grob, and I love her, and she sent me the most unusual things in the challenge, and in it she sent me paper, and I don't know, made all those mini books. So Linda made me these out of scrap fabric, and they are, I think she told me they're shirts. Are they shirts, Linda? They're shirts, and she'll have to tell you all the stuff that they're made out of. But what's really cool, I don't know if you can see it, is that they have a really thin layer of net on them. And so she's trapped the fibers in thin net. And so I think I'm going to make some signatures for these little small books. And she put a grommet in them, and I think I'm going to use that. I can either, put some wire through them, ribbon through them. I could hang them and use them as Christmas ornaments, or I could, use them as journaling charms. But she did such a beautiful job. So for all of you avid recyclers out there, yes, a layer of tulle. A layer of tulle. So how have you guys been? Thanks everybody for coming over to say hi. Hi Amberly. You're making your Halloween costumes. You're going as the Baby Shark family. That's awesome. My middle daughter is going as a unicorn, and you guys, she has the most hilarious costume. And my littlest one, at first, because I had to make the Pocahontas costume for her school thing, I told her she was going to have to be Pocahontas because I didn't want to make two costumes. But, I'm a sucker. I gave up. I'm going to have to make her. I haven't made the second costume. The second costume she wants to be is, I don't know, something gothic with a scary face. She's into doing makeup. So these are really cool too. Linda, I don't know, what is this, like this feels like a vinyl of some sort, but I don't know. Anyway, she's scrapped a bunch of stuff together and made these really beautiful little book covers. And then this one she put a straight pin in. Isn't it beautiful? Linda, you were so talented. And this one she just did like a little small scrap bit on it, like a tile, like an inchy, and then put it on some fabric. So it's wallpaper. So it's wallpaper. That's what she said. It's wallpaper. So I'm going to make a couple of signatures for these small books. And then I was going to make a cover for my painty junk mail. I did paint another one. I painted two. Okay, this is one I painted with you guys. And then this is the second one that I painted. And I obviously didn't finish all of it. And I'm going to make a cover for those. That's what I'm working on. I want to show you guys something else cool. So how many of you guys know our lovely Scotty Allen? I found this picture. I was harvesting magazines. Does this not look like Scotty when she must have been? It's not her. I mean, this is from a magazine. I don't know what magazine it's from, but doesn't this look like Scotty when she was probably, what, 19, 20? So I should make her a card and send it to her. You wish you could fly away where you... Oh, no. You have a sore throat, Amanda? Oh, I hope you feel better. It does, right? Doesn't it look like Scotty? So I should make her a greeting card and send it to her. Here, I should make a piece of artwork and send it to her. She looks. It does. It looks just like Scotty. It kind of freaked me out. I was like, oh, there's Scotty in my magazine. And you guys, I don't even know what magazine it came from. Isn't that crazy? So, and I have been thinking about her. So there you go. Scotty showed up. 19-year-old when she was 19. And we all love our Scotty. She's so awesome. So this is what I'm going to make. I'm going to make some little signatures for my little journals, and then maybe I'll make a big one. Look at the big one she made me. Now, I can't decide whether I want to use it on one whole journal or whether I want to, I don't know. It's just beautiful. Thank you, Linda. It's just gorgeous. Why do you wish you could fly away, Sandy? Linda, these are amazing. Linda did amazing work. Linda, you're just incredibly talented. Linda's like one of those people that everything she touches turns out perfect, right? I'm not that way. I don't craft that way. So I'm going to make some signatures for these small little journals, and I'm going to put some of my painting papers in it, and I don't know. You know, I have papers from everything. Linda, they are beautiful. You're just incredibly talented. So, you guys, I have, how many of you guys have random stacks of paper everywhere? Like paper you were making or saving for something? I cannot be the only one. I cannot be the only one that has paper. I just need a template so I know. So know how big my pages need to be. I can't be the only one that has like stacks of paper. And how many of you you're guilty? Malia says she tries to organize her stacks. You have them. And Beck says we don't discuss that here. Okay, so you know, I told you guys, for those of you guys that don't know, I have grown children that have temporarily, like my oldest daughter, she was living in China for quite a while, and she and her husband came back, and they've been staying with me. Oh, they're all different sizes, so this one would be okay. So I can use this one for this. I just want to get a template so I get some pages going. So they've been staying with me since they got back from China, and you know, I kind of look at it like I'm getting a second time around with them, because usually, you know, I don't know, when I left home. I didn't come back. I mean, I would come back and visit my parents occasionally, but not. So I kind of look at it like, you know, my daughter went off to college, and then she like got married and moved away. I mean, she went off to college and basically never came back. So I look at it like my second time around. So I've taken my little tiny crafting alcove that used to be my craft space, and I've made it into a makeshift bedroom, and that's what they use. So I had to put, I would say, a huge amount of my crafting stuff in storage, and you know, just I don't have access to it, and I'm not complaining about it. It's just I don't know where half my stuff is. So my stacks of paper that I have accumulated now, or that I have where I can find them, are ones that I've made recently. And my poor partner, he is hilarious. And I've made, my poor bedroom is now my craft room, because they're in my little dining alcove craft space. So I just have piles and piles of them. And he's such a good sport. He never really says much of anything. He just tries to like walk over them or whatever. I've confined him to one tiny space in my room, but it seems like they're growing. As I've been harvesting all my stuff, and then don't you guys go through and harvest your stuff, and then you're just like, I'm gonna keep that, or I don't know. Am I the only one that says, oh, I could use that for something, even though it could possibly like be really virtually nothing, right? I'm always like, oh, I could keep that for something, or so I've been harvesting all my magazines. So I've got a pile to go to recycling. I've got a pile that, at least if I go through the fashion magazines and the illustrations look similar to ones I already have, then I don't. Then I just take them whole and recycle them. So, but I think if Maria Kondo came to my house, she would run out screaming. How many of you guys would think that? Would Maria Kondo like love your house, or would she go like, well, the rest of my house is fine. It's just my tiny crafting space. The cool thing is I am finding stuff that I put away. Like, I did put a lot of my stuff in storage, but I am finding stuff that I hid from myself. So many ideas, so little time. I know, right? It's ridiculous. Oh no, your partner's throwing out some of your piles. Oh, mine won't do that. He won't do it. Now you have a stack of security envelopes. Oh, I have that. I should show you. Our Jessica Rapp sent me some security envelopes. Can I tell you guys, they rock it. They are awesome. I have the same security envelope issue. And I can hear one of you saying, why aren't I using a paper cutter? Because my paper cutter is, I told you guys my paper cutter story that my hottie thought he was doing me a big old favor and some office supply store was going out of business or something, some printing company or something. And I have like the industrial kind that you see at a school. So I don't really have a small one. Hi, Anne. How are you? So what are you guys working on? What are you working on? So I'm just going to make a signature for this tiny book. I did get another mystery envelope from Bayette, and I'm excited about that one. That one I'll do a video on, and then I'll make something from it. I don't know what I'm going to make. Since last time I made so many odd things, and I think everybody else in the mystery envelope experience made normal things. You have really pretty green security envelopes, and you're saving them? Oh, you guys, what is it about security pattern envelopes? I have them. And then I also have like a couple of piles of like, did any of you guys save things for people you know that are collecting them? Not that you've mailed them out, but you have them. I have a pile of that too. What kind of birthday cake did you have, Bet? What kind of birthday cake did you have? You found a blue what? Security envelope? I have lots of blue ones. What did you find a blue? Green ones are kind of rare for me. You're working on your Afghan for your hubby? Oh, good, though. That's a great thing to be working on. You guys, I haven't even started my Christmas stuff yet. You're painting envelopes, Lala? Oh, that's fun. See, that's my excuse, Renee. I tell myself I'm collecting for other people, too. How many of you guys do that? Oh, my gosh. I have it, too. I have it bad. I'm collecting for myself and other people. Anne said she finished a junk journal for a wedding. Ooh, and a wedding card? Totally confused her. You did the junk journal for the wedding card? I think that's great. You're painting your family room, Joyce? Oh, that's awesome. 9 weeks till Christmas. Are you rubbing it in, Lynn? Oh my gosh. How many gifts do you guys have to make? Does anybody have like a definitive number of gifts to make? Guys, some of these are just painty papers that I just either started painting and didn't finish painting. Oh no. Hi, Barb. I missed you. You went live today and I missed you? I don't know how I missed you. I was out and about. I'm sorry. Did you do something fabulous? I'm sure. At least, Linda says at least 3 Witcher throws. Oh, that's good. See, she's almost done with some of hers. What are some of the things you guys are making? It was just a test, nothing worth watching. I always love hanging out with you. Barb played and tested shifting color paint. I got some of that color shift paint. I haven't even used it yet. I got some, I don't know, maybe a month ago. And I haven't used it. I didn't get that many. I only got like 4 or 5, maybe 6 colors. I was at that big box store that I don't like to go to, and you guys, we don't get anything new here. And I was there buying something, I don't know what, and I saw that they had them, so I bought how many ever colors they had, which wasn't a lot. you know what? Somehow I have had one it was in my mix, and I had that for much longer, because I bought it not knowing it was a color shift paint. And I think it was a purple one, and it goes to gold or something. Like, it has like a gold hue to it. And I used it, I think I used it on my jelly plate. And that's when I realized that I had like some weird, like gold, funky metallic thing with it, which is nice, but kind of shocking if you're not expecting it. And then they had other ones, but I have maybe 4 or 5, maybe I have 6 of them. I have them in a box in the living room. I haven't delved into it. It's just like, how many of you guys have so many projects that you're just like, one more, and I think I'm just gonna fall over? If you add pearl to acrylic colors, it will shift, especially on black. Oh, cool. You mean just like pearl? Are you talking about like mica or pearl paint? Hi, Elizabeth. Well, I think it's great. Well, I finally figured out who sent me the mystery sender of the mystery sender of my, because my head's a sieve. Night, Sandy. I hope you have a wonderful night. I hope you say, hi, Trace. You just mix it with pearl paint. So I finally figured out who the mystery sender of my brushes was. Remember, I've been asking and asking and asking, and nobody fessed up, and finally I was just like, oh, well, I guess I will never know. Guess who sent them to me? Our Stacy from Pink Poodle Crafters. She sent me those brushes. She said she ordered them for me a long time ago, because they came from England, I think. She said she ordered them for me, like, I don't know, a couple months ago. And hi, Dust. How are you, Safia? So it was Stacy from Pink Poodle Crafters. She and I had been talking one night about something, and I said I wanted some of those she was telling me she was using brushes, and I said I have never used them. I said that's something that I should get myself. And she got them for me. Isn't that so sweet? And she bought them. How many of you have done that? You bought yourself stuff and you buy it months ago, and then it was so sweet and so unexpected, and I appreciated it. I told her I've been waiting to use them on watercolor paper, and she told me, no, use them on your junk mail. So I might do it on a little of both, on my junk mail and on my watercolor paper. How many of you guys are, so it was very sweet. So she is a love, and it was definitely not expected. How many of you guys have been getting over to watch our Meridel Abrams, the Mary Attier? I love her. You guys make sure you subscribe to her channel. She is so talented, so fun. So she does these mornings with Mary. Now, of course, it's in the nighttime for me, okay? And I try to catch them. It's in the night for me when it's morning. Stacy is very kind. It was very kind. Hi, Kennedy. So you guys go over and check out Miss Meridel Abrams. You guys will love her. She is just awesome, and she's so talented. And I always love watching her, and I always learn so much. You know what I love the most about her is that she just, like, first of all, she goes for it. She doesn't, there's nothing that she tries or does that is off limits. Like, she'll just go for it and try it all, right? But she's such a talented artist. Have you guys seen the portraits that she's drawing of children? They're just beautiful. Her pen and inks. Mary's brother's getting her some. Mary is talented, right? I wish, you know what, if I could live next door to, wouldn't you guys all want to live next door to Mary? I would. I would want to live next door to Mary. Mary's brother's getting her some shells for her supplies. Well, that's nice. Yeah, Linda, go and go. You guys can put her, whoever's the mods in here, put her, you guys can put Meridell's link for her channel. You got up at 5:30 for Marianne Beck. Oh, you know what? I was watching, but I couldn't comment. The problem for me is that when I'm not logged in, I watched her a little bit this morning. I didn't get to, usually I'm on my computer, but I was on my phone because it's late here. It's like, I don't know, 1 in the morning or something here when she's on. Maybe it's midnight. You got up at 5:30 to watch her. You know what? I used to do that with Dee Dee Willingham because Dee Dee Willingham comes on at like 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning for me. So I think this is enough for my, I guess I could put a few more painting papers in here. This is enough for my little, and I could go back and gesso some of these pages. But I think I'm going to sew them directly through the, I'm going to try and sew them directly through the fabric. We'll see how it works out. I don't know if I have any clips here. I used to do that with Dee Dee Willingham. I used to get up and watch her, or I think it was really I had insomnia and I was awake, you know, because I'm a night owl. How many of you guys are night owls? There's Meridell's channel. You guys go over and subscribe to her. I enjoy her so much. She's always a lovely delight. Well, I'm going to sew it right through before. You can never seem to get up early enough to catch it, but you get the last few minutes of Dee Dee. Okay, so I used to, when I had, and sometimes I would even sometimes I would set my alarm to get up to watch her when she was on Ustream. And that's really early. The problem is I can't figure out how to chat from my phone. I have to get somebody to give me a tutorial on how to chat from my phone. Because when I'm like, I was watching Mary this morning, but I was on my phone and not on my computer, so I don't know how to chat. You guys, I'm just winging it. I am just winging it. And hoping for the best. I'm winging it and hoping for the best. Meridell is, I have an iPhone. I can't figure out how to chat from it though. So I don't chat. If I'm on my phone, and sometimes like if I'm out like waiting for multiple appointments, as you guys know I have lately because of my daughter and things that she's going through, I don't, because in the doctor's office they say don't, you can't use your phone or whatever. But when you're waiting for hours and hours and hours, when you're waiting for hours, you just go for it. I don't know. I don't think I use the YouTube app. I think I must. I don't know. I don't know if I have the app on my phone or not. But I'll have. Do you have to download it? All right, I'll download the app. I must have it on there though. I don't know. I will double check. You know what? Surprisingly, Linda, these are very easy to sew through the. Very easy to sew through the everything. Very easy to sew through all of it. And I'm using, I think I'm using a ribbon needle, like a one that is for ribbon embroidery. Somebody always asks me, you guys, honestly, I use whatever I have. And I used to, in a million of my incarnations, I was a costume designer. And so I have random bits, even though I've moved with nothing. Occasionally, like, my sister came to visit, and she brought me a box of stuff that I had. I must have taken it to her house to, she said, how many of you find this? Okay, so if you do something, people think that automatically you can just do it for them. So, like, no, when I used to sew all the time, and when I was a costume designer, my family used to bring me their stuff to hem. How many of you guys have had that? It's ridiculous. It's like they bring you their stuff to him. I was trying to make the hole big enough to put it back through the other side. So they would bring me their stuff to him. So I must have left some stuff at my sister's house because she brought me a box of like bizarre things. Like, and don't ask me what I was sewing when I went to see her. Who knows? Some project for her, or the kids, or so she brought me some random stuff that I had left there years ago. Years and years and years ago. So, Lynn says, Shelly, you know how you wish your crocodile made tiny hole punch? Yes, they found. Well, I found a punch a lady was using for tiny hole books. It's a bottle cap punch. Oh, cool. You hate it? Okay, so you know what? That's what happens. You know, it's like you have people think because you can do something that you can do it for them, right? So my hottie had a boss here that one time I asked to borrow his wife's sewing machine. She had this old sewing machine that we house set for them. They had this old dog that needed medication like, I don't know, 3 or 4 times a day. It was so mean that nobody would watch it because it was old and cranky and blind and deaf and whatever. And I said, I will watch her. So we were at their house and they had a sewing machine, and I asked them when they came back, I said, can I borrow it? And he was there and he was like, oh, you sew? And I said, yeah. I said, I want to sew some curtains because our house didn't have any, anyway, it had a lot of sunlight coming in. For those that don't know, I live in the tropics. And, oh, Linda, I love it. I might cut the tails a little shorter. Just a warning, my whole family's getting, not all, the whole family, but half of them are getting ready to come home. I can hear them outside talking. So they may burst into the door and make it sound like a party. Look, I love this. Linda, I love them. Oh my gosh, now I'm going to have to get my stuff out and sew after I make all these. Look, oh Linda, I love them. And I could paint on them and draw on them or collage on them. Oh Linda, I love them. These are awesome. Oh my gosh, I love them. Oh Linda. All right, let me see if I have some metal. Let me see if I can make, I might be able to make it into a journaling charm right now. You guys, I'm live streaming. Okay. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, the one thing I do have, so for a while I did sewing, and then you need to go out. This is our baby pup, Charlie. Say hi, Charlie. Say hi, Charlie. Charlie just got to ride in the car, but Charlie needs to go out. So hang on 1 second. You going outside? Good girl. Good girl, Pepin. Good girl. No, so after the, so then I was a studio jeweler for many years. So after the whole ridiculousness of the will you sew my thing, then I would get everybody's broken costume jewelry. They'd want me to fix it. You really can't do it when you're a... Hi, Dawn. All right, so I'm going to make I'll do a couple bead wrappings. Let me see if I can find some beads that'll go on it. So then I went from that to ending up with everybody's broken costume jewelry. Isn't that funny? It's funny how you end up, right? You get whatever, you get the dregs of whatever. Hi, Linda. How are you? How is Richard? How is our sweet Richard? Is he good? Guys, I just have an envelope of seed beads and just junk right here. Ridiculous. What's asphalt? What's asphalt in it? Hi, River. What's asphalt? I don't know what you guys are talking about. I missed the whole thing. So I would end up with people's costume jewelry and broken jewelry, and then they thought I could fix it. Which, just FYI, you can't. because it doesn't, it solders at a lower temperature. And honestly, most costume jewelry it's also made from base metal. So it's not necessarily something that you even have the right kind of solder for. If you guys want to chat with me, chat me in all caps. Richard's doing well. Yeah, awesome crowd. Thank you guys for showing up and hanging out with me. I appreciate it. So I didn't get to see what everybody was planning for their holiday gifts. Does anybody have any? Put out some 411 for your holiday gifts, and I'd love to see it. I usually try to make a Christmas ornament for my family and my kids. And, you know, honestly, now that most of my kids are, like, my older kids are just in that state of, like, they don't really want anything because they're sort of in that nomadic state of life. Like, my oldest daughter, they were planning on moving to Greece. Her husband had an opportunity to work there, and they've changed their mind because of the economy of what's going on in Greece right now. So I don't know where they're going to go. So my oldest daughter says, please don't get me anything. So I have a few beads. And you guys, I don't know where these beads came from. I've had them for so long. The one thing I have, it didn't come with a lot of stuff when I moved to Hawaii, but I did come with some jewelry supplies because that's how I made my living. Book charm ornaments. Yeah, definitely. That's what you're going to make. Oh, no. That sounds horrible, Malia. Please, I'm the world's worst when it comes to, like, that sort of thing. Falling and hurting yourself. You know, that's like, no. So I'm going to make a couple of, I'll put a few beads on this. And, because Linda put a grommet in it at the top, so I can put a bead in it. Well, I was going to make one of my daughters a purse. So she wanted me to make her like this crocheted granny square bag. But she has decided she wants something different. So I'm like, all right. So you guys, I don't have any. She wanted me, sometimes occasionally I make like pajamas and stuff. So maybe that's what I'll make. Oh no, Malia, I understand. You know, I have a sense. You know, I think it does happen to you when you have children or when you go through a pregnancy. I think it does happen that your balance is off. Oh, Malia, I hope you feel better. That's horrible. What's on your crafty wish list for craft supplies? I'm still contemplating getting myself that little HP printer for HP printer, but I don't know. We'll see. You know, the one for the one for photographs. I told you the really super tiny one. Hang on a second. What about Black Friday? What are you going to do on Black Friday? You're going to shop on Black Friday? You guys, I don't really need anything. How many of you guys need anything? I mean, I'm to the point now where I really don't need a thing. I need like so little. So I'm definitely... You've thought about getting one of those little printers too? You know what it is? I have these great photographs of... of the kids and of our pets and of the places that we go and things like that. And because I like to make, how many of you guys make an all-in-one? Can you shut my door, please? I'm live streaming. The whole world doesn't need to know that. This is what you get when you have a 12-year-old. He refuses to use the restroom at school. Black Friday has ruined Thanksgiving. Well, I don't shop anyway, so Christmas gifts to craft stores. You know, so that little printer is the only thing I've thought about getting myself. I really need nothing. How many of you guys are like that? I mean, I do enjoy going dumpster, you know, getting my books or whatever from my library thrift store and that sort of thing. But I don't, you know what? Until I get back into my art space, I really don't need much of anything because I don't have space for it. The film is expensive. I saw that, but you know what I saw online, Linda? Because I kind of looked at it. I found the camera for about $70, or the printer for about $70. And then I found a bunch of the film. I can't remember how many, but you know, it would be something I would use. So, but I haven't done. I mean, it's probably such old technology that it's probably not even. I like using photos in my journal too, Barb. Linda says she needs nothing. She can't use all that you have. I'm right there with you. That is a rude teacher. Oh my gosh. That is so funny. Okay, so it has one little bead on it. I could put a couple more. Then I could hang it off of the edge of a... I thought I had some blue ones, but I don't. You guys, this is what happens when you don't have all your stuff in one space. She gets prints from... Malia says she gets prints from Snapfish so cheap that I can't justify the cost of the little printer. The only benefit for you would be instant pictures. Really? How much are they from Snapfish? Maybe it is the instant gratification, Malia. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what I was thinking. You're making some homemade kaluba? Oh, that sounds good. You made a jelly plate, Jane? That's awesome. So that's what you've been up to. Hi, Liz. Oh, we're happy to see you. So, you guys, I don't know. I can remember when I first got married a million years ago. My mother-in-law was constantly saying, I don't want anything, don't get me anything. I don't want anything, don't get me anything. And I used to think, oh, how rude that if I don't get her something, right? Ooh, peanut brittle sounds great. Big hugs to you, Dawn. Hey, Dawn, before you leave, do you happen to have the girl that talked about Sarita? Do you happen to have, could you message me her info? Maybe I want to know if she has Sarita's family's address. We used to have it. I used to have it in my I used to have it in the my Crafting Mama's Facebook Messenger, but I don't anymore. And so I would really like to send her family a note. If you can send it to me, that'd be so great. And thank you for telling me. You need a lot of things until you listen to me. Oh my God, Linda. Move. Okay, you guys, I used to live in like a 3,000 square foot house. I live in a 750 square foot house with my children, with grown children. I told you guys I have a 12-year-old, I have a 21-year-old, and I have a 26-year-old and her husband and my partner. So, I mean, you can't really have a lot here. Barb says, welcome, Allie. Barb says, James Burke showed on some channel a few months ago an app that lets you get more prints in a variety of sizes and makes the paper go farther. Oh, okay. I'll have to look up James Burke. Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate it. Oh, no. That's horrible, Lala. I'm sorry. You know, when I used to live where it was called, he's on YouTube? Okay. You know, I think I've seen something. He's an illustrator, isn't he? I think I've seen, for whatever reason, either that or I'm thinking of somebody else. But he sounds familiar. Hello from Hawaii, PPSPS. So I don't know. I really don't need anything. You watch James Burke all the time? He does illustrative stuff. I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of his stuff, but his name sounds so familiar. His name sounds super duper duper familiar. But you guys, I'm to the age now. Sometimes something sounds familiar, and then you know what I realize? It's like somebody I knew when I was in high school. Like something ridiculous like that. How many of you guys have had those experiences? You're like, oh, that sounds so familiar, and then you like realize you went to school with somebody named James Burke, or like you're like, okay, I don't even know what they're talking about. My kids make fun of me all the time. How many of you guys have kids like that where they just make fun of you just because the things you do are funny, or because I'm older and I wanted some blue ones, but I don't have any blue ones. I'll have these little tiny blue ones. Maybe I'll put a pink one on here. Right? It's so ridiculous. You guys, the other thing is this. It's like sometimes, because, you know, I live on the island of Maui in the Hawaiian Islands, for those of you that don't know. And sometimes you recognize people, and you don't know, like, where you've seen them or whatever, you'll recognize them, and then you realize that, and you think you know them, but you don't know them. They're just like, they come, it's like one of those things, like, you're like, oh, that's the lady that works at the post office, or, you know, it's just, I don't know. Oh, Lala, you know what? Start with recycled stuff. Then you'll have a greater appreciation for when you actually buy something. It's ridiculous. I think it's my age. It's like, oh, I don't know. My older daughter, she makes fun of me all the time. We laugh about it too, because she starts to think it too. She's like, I think I know that person. Then we realize it's the person that. Good night, Gail. Are you leaving us, Trace? Night, Tracy. Love you. Big hugs. If you guys haven't gone over and watched Tracy's channel, she is fabulous too. It's called It's Nana's Place. And she's gotten bitten by the Dee Dee Willingham bug too. Like many of us, we love Dee Dee. She's such a wonderful artist and inspiring to so many. Does he use abandoned place books? How many of you guys have done those? Like, you know, it's like reverse collaging, and then you add some extra stuff to it. It's always just wonderful. Go over and check her channel out. We're happy you're here, Laura. We're happy you got to play with us too. Night, Laura. Oh, you're not leaving, Gail? I thought you were. You were saying that to Tracy? Okay. You know, how many of you guys got to see Carla Cage fish today? I was there for a little bit. I wasn't there the whole time because my life happens. Like, don't they know that I need to be watching my YouTube stuff? And instead, my life happens. All right, I think I can do one more, and then I can call it the charm. I guess I could go ahead and put it on the. Be a little bit short. I should probably have like 2 or 3 more. Just wish I had more brightly colored. Have these tiny beads. See, this is what I get. So I have any in this bucket here. You guys, it's ridiculous. It's hard to keep up with the chat. It is hard to keep up with the chat, and it's also hard to keep up with the chat if you're like really focused on whatever you're making. You can totally get, especially if I'm doing something that requires me to really focus and look down. You guys, I just have a baggie full of random beads and stuff. That's what it is. I have a baggie full of randomness. Oh, there's a blue bead. We sent y'all. Liz says y'all sent me good energy to finish a big report last Tuesday. Oh, good for you, Liz. I'm happy for you. Yeah, you guys, last Tuesday was so weird. That was the day that YouTube decided to, like, wasn't that the day YouTube decided to have its, like, glitch? That was, you know, and the horrible part for me is I never know if it's YouTube or if it's me. So I don't know what I'm gonna make. I have some things in my mind that I would like to work on. How many of you guys are like that? We're like, oh, I'd really love to make this, and you just don't know if you're gonna have the time to do it. Yeah, last Tuesday we ended up on Facebook. So for those of you, that was my first Facebook Live. Well, first of all, I couldn't figure it out because I don't know. I thought it was because you guys know I have that little neighbor the little neighbor boy who likes to bootleg our internet. And so I couldn't tell if it was me or what. And then finally I talked with Hottie Popo and she was like, YouTube is out. So I was like, okay. Good night. Hi, artsy girl Marilyn. I didn't see you here. Sorry I didn't say hi. If you guys don't chat me in, I'll hugs. I don't know if I see you. How are you, Miss Artsy Girl? What's going on? How many of you guys saw Nick the Booksmith's challenge? I just saw the video today. You know what's so weird? I don't even get all the notifications for the things that I'm subscribed to. And I love Nick the Booksmith, but I haven't. It's for whatever reason I don't get notifications for her. And she's doing is it called a Desert Island Challenge or something like that? which I think is lovely. I don't think I can do it. I mean, I guess I could do it if I was going to focus on it and give it as a gift, then I could do it. If it was on my crafty gift list. You don't get them either? I don't know what it is. YouTube's done a whole upgrading thing. They're doing this YouTube Premiere, which, you know, I got confused. Barb says it's a super challenge and she's seen a couple of the books that people have made. Melissa, she's decided that YouTube wants to keep us just a little mad, but not mad enough to keep us away. Just mad enough to complain. You're probably right. You're probably very right. You're probably very, very, very right. Hang on, you guys. Hold on one second. My chat's frozen. I'm going to make 2 more signatures. I'm almost done with this one. Give me 1 second, you guys. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Skylar, will you also make me a cup of coffee, please? I've got the one today, and I'll have one ibuprofen in this one. Thank you. Sorry. Some of the books are really nice. Well, I haven't seen the books, but I love Nick the Booksmith. And I thought the challenge was really awesome. There's a bunch of people doing challenges. Who else is doing a challenge? I saw somebody else doing one too. Just can't think of it off the top of my head. Yes, videos, when you do a challenge and people do participate, it definitely, it makes you feel like you're part of a community and everybody else is participating too. I agree. 100%. I like recycled too. Hi, Dana. I like recycled too, Lala. That's my problem. If I didn't like it, I'd be good to go. But I like it. Alright, I think this one might be... You guys, I don't know what gauge this copper wire is. I want to say it's like 24 gauge. Because it's very pliable. And I would say get yourself, if you're going to make these, get the cheap artistic wire. I just happen to have copper wire because I used to do lots of enameling, and you can only enamel on a pure metal, or a copper, fine silver. I guess you can do it on sterling too. So I think all I need to do is put it on a paper clip. And I have one here. Where did I put the other part of it? Where? You guys, I got these little tiny paper clips. I have boxes of them, okay, from Amazon, and they weren't expensive. They're teeny. They're just kind of tricky to put back together. And I could make this. I could put a hanger on it and make it a. Voila. I could make it a Christmas ornament. I mean, it could be longer. I could add more beads to it. But I think, let's just say this was the journal that it was going to be on. I need to make a cover for this, but let's just say this is the journal it's going to be on. It's cute, though. What do you guys think? Thank you, Linda. Jean says she's challenged every day with her own stuff. Jean, you know what? I so get it. I so get it. I get it. Thank you, Linda. These are beautiful. I'm enjoying making them. Linda, have you done a tutorial on how to do them? My daughter brought me coffee. You guys, I'm starting to get a little bit of a headache. So cute. Well, I didn't do anything, Linda. I just added the beads to it. I just added the paper inside. I didn't do anything. I mean, you did the hard work. I just added the... I guess I could go back and stamp on it or something, or, you know. See, the best part about this is this appeals to my love for small things, you know. The worst part about it is it also appeals to my need to save all the little tiny pieces. Hi, Carla. All the tiny pieces of paper. How many of you, how many of you have that same problem? How many of you have that same problem? Vera May's awake and ready to party. She's a girl after our own heart. How many of you guys have the same problem? So you have these like little piles of tiny papers and you're like, oh, I can't throw that away. Oh my gosh, this is fun. Sorry, Carla, I was there for not the whole thing, but for a lot of it, and it was awesome. So Carla's going to do Carla, you tell everybody. Carla's doing she's entering into the Brooklyn Museum of, what is it called? Is it called the Journal Museum or the Journal? What's it called? Well, Linda McCollum sent me all these little covers, Carla, and they're made out of scrap fabrics from shirts and ties and what else, Linda? And a piece of tulle. She made them in response to my ridiculous tiny books that I was making because of that. Those tiny books. You guys, I still have piles of them. I don't know what it is about the tiny book. I don't know. I have an issue, okay? I'm not going to lie. So Carla's going to she's entering into the Tiny Book Museum. Which, Carla, I have to say, I think that's awesome. I think that is really awesome. Carla's going to be in the Tiny Book, or is it called the Tiny Book? What is it called? The Sketchbook Library. Sorry. Sheet cord. Oh, sheets. Oh, you made them from sheets. So if you guys have a bunch of sheets, you don't, you know, gotta watch out. That Miss Linda McCollum, she's gonna appeal to your tiny book nature. Like, let me see if I have one that she's made me so many. Look at all these, and they have wallpaper sewed on them. They're also awesome. Linda, these are like above and beyond, girl. This one's got wallpaper too. And I like the ones with the grommets because I can do it without. You guys, I am not good at grommeting. How many of you guys are good at grommeting? I'm not good at grommeting. I cannot get my grommets don't ever lay. Some people's grommets lay perfect. Mine don't. Jean says, for you for sure. You have about 28 little boxes, and some are there. Some are 3-tier. But challenge. I get it, Jean. I totally get it. I totally get it. So you guys have to go to the sketchbook library. Carla's gonna. You said you're gonna make yours and it's gonna be online. Well, I think that's awesome. Well, here I have all these already cut. I mean, they're a little small for this book, but it's okay. And I may have to cut some of them, but I'm going to go ahead and use them. Maybe I'll cut a few more. I think it's awesome. I think it's really great, Carla. Hi, Louise. Right? Linda is so talented. You guys, I've been on her to make videos on YouTube. I've been on her and on her. She's made a few for our Crafting Mamas Facebook group, but I have been on her about making YouTube tutorials and videos. Yours will be able to, you'll be able to see yours. How many pages does it have to be, Carla? How many pages is your little book? Oh no, your kids are sick, Lynn? Oh no, that's not good. How many pages does your book have to be? I'm gonna cut some bigger ones. So I have all this. I have all this. Let me just get my pages down here. How many pages? I'm sorry if I missed it. I missed it. You made some too? Well, if you guys aren't part of Carla's stream, go over and check her out. You will love, love, love her. She streams every Tuesday and Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. So, comes with 16 pages, but you can rebuild it and add more. Oh, so you actually buy the book from them, or you make the book? You rebind it. I missed that part of it. So do you get the book from them themselves, or do you make your book from start to finish? Yeah, sick children. I know that well too. That's a hard thing to do. Sick kids. It just can't be more than an inch thick. Okay. Hi, BJ. I haven't seen you in so long. I'm happy to see you. Happy to see you. How are you feeling, our dear friend BJ? BJ has come with the best stories, you guys. The best stories. I still laugh about that silly pickle dish. 16 pages front and back. So lots of single pages. Okay. I don't have, what? I missed what you said, Linda. You know what? Sometimes, Malia, you just have to skip it. Or you send one parent. You send the parent, you keep the baby home, and you send the parent that's Lee6. So I missed the part. So do you make your own, or how does it work? Do you buy the book directly from them and then take it apart? Or do you make your own? I missed that part. You're doing the regular one? Anne's doing the regular one. Carla's doing the tiny one. Yeah, Linda's saying she doesn't post on her YouTube channel. She just posts in Crafting Mamas. Oh, they send you the book to fill, but you can make one of your own and rebind the pages. Okay. Well, that's cool. I only got there in the part where you were saying that about something of being stapled or whatever. I was around, but because it's been like a ridiculousness at my house lately. It's like, how many of you guys have the best of intentions and you like carve out your day? You're like, okay, I am actually going to be able to hang out and do some stuff and listen to my live streams. And then what happens to me is my neighbors knock on the door, or I don't know, all kinds of stuff like that happens. And so then it's like the next thing I know, I'm like totally distracted. Hi, Phaedra. Next thing you know, I'm totally distracted and I'm off doing something else, and I don't know. It just happens. Oh, BJ, that's so wonderful. A white-haired terrier. Oh, awesome. So awesome. You know, how many of you guys are planning on doing December dailies or November dailies? Or, you know, how many of you guys do any of that sort of stuff? Do the November, December daily extravaganza. You're doing your first one, Eva? Have you already made your book or no? Have you already made your December daily book or whatever you're going to make? Have you already done that? I know I have some white paper. What did I do with it? Oh, here it is. I was going to say, I know I have some white paper. I know I do. Oh, that's so sweet, BJ. Congratulations. Louise says she always plans to, but she gets distracted. Yeah, I think. Ooh, a mini junk journal to send to the library. I think that's a great idea, Carla. Malia, I love you. Malia says, I cannot commit to that kind of crap. I have kids. Girl, we have all been there and done that and worn that t-shirt. Or many of us have. I can't say everyone has had kids, but those that have can completely understand what you are talking about. Because it is hard when you have young children. It is very hard to commit to anything like that. It is totally hard. You want it for your grandkids? I hear you. I think it's great. I think a junk journal, I think if you make a junk journal for the library, I think they will love that, Carla. I really do. I really, really, really do. I really think that that is a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous idea. Well, all I was going to say is if you were going to do a December daily, one of these junk mail, painty, I mean, if you're just doing it for, I mean, I guess some people do it for like the scrapbook value, and some of us do it just to jot down the memories of what we did that month. I'm thinking of doing a November one, but not to like scrapbook or commemorate, but to more put into writing or put into words things that I'm grateful for in my life. That is what I'm considering. I haven't done it yet. And if I do it, I think I may do it in the junk mail envelope style. Phaedra says she has a hard time keeping up with what she needs to and wants to do. I hear you. Malia says someday when she's 80. Carla says she doesn't have kids at home anymore and she still can't really commit to anything. Oh, girl, I'm right there with you. So anyway, I'm contemplating doing like a gratitude, but just like, you know, November daily, but gratitude November daily, not a November daily to, not a November daily to, Not one to sit around and like say, oh, you know, I did this on that day, but more of like just things I'm grateful for in my life. So that is what I'm thinking of. I haven't made a commitment yet. I don't know. So dinner with for those of you that hang out with me, I had to stream early last week. Yeah, because my partner's parents, my hottie's parents, were in town. His mother and his stepdad. And for those of you that know me, know that I lost both my parents have transitioned, so I don't have parents to do that with. So I hear you, Gail. No card a day kind of daily. I hear you. I hear you, Liz. I'm just thinking of mine as more like a gratitude journal. So I ended up having dinner with them, or we ended up spending. We actually didn't get home till after midnight, and you have to know for us that's late because, you guys, we both, it just doesn't. We just don't do that normally. Nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't fit into our lifestyle anymore. And honestly, there's really nothing to do here late at night. Some people live in amazing areas, amazing major metropolitan areas where you can go and there's always something to do late at night. That's not the case here. So for any of you contemplating coming to Hawaii for a vacation and you like to go out to party, this isn't that just doesn't work out here. I mean, that just doesn't happen here. But I ended up had to make. His mom ended up cooking, or they bought steaks and grilled, and I ended up making. So I ended up getting there in time to like do most of the work. You have tons of Carla says she has tons of lists of things to do. Girl, join my club. I have a list, and I haven't even gotten to do my. I wanted to do one of those abandoned books, but I haven't even gotten to do that. I mean, and I have a book. It's not for the lack of a book. It's just it's the time thing. So we had a wonderful time with them. It was really nice to hang out with them. But you know what? Can I say something? I am so glad I am over the stage in my life where I have to think I have to please someone. And I didn't even think about it, but can I tell you, when we were there together, when we were all there together, it was my partner isn't like that. He doesn't have the need to please anyone kind of thing, but it was good because I got to reflect on my past stuff. I got to reflect on, for those of you that don't know, he's my second time around. So, and I told him when we got together, I said, I don't do in-laws because I had some fairly controlling and domineering in-laws in my previous relationship. So I said, I don't do in-laws. I mean, I don't have anything against it, but I just don't, like, I'm not going to go on vacation with them. I did all that sort of stuff. And so we ended up having a wonderful time. But I also ended up like going, I'm glad I'm not at that stage in my life where I want to please anyone anymore. Liz says, have y'all started one of those 19 things before 2019 projects? It ends up being one incomplete thing. I haven't even heard of that. No, I haven't. I haven't done that, Liz. How many of you guys are doing that 19 things before 2019? I mean, it sounds like a great concept. It just sounds like to me I'd have to add one more thing to my plate. It sounds like I abandoned my abandoned book. No, you know what it is, Gail, is I was going to do it, and then, I had my youngest daughter, um, was diagnosed with this. I don't like to talk about it because like sometimes when you talk about it, it makes it more than it really makes it more real. Anyway, she's diagnosed with a condition that can be incredibly serious. I mean, it is serious. It's not that it's not serious, but it is. But so I've had to go. So all the things that I had on my list that I just could wait to another year to do, I did. I put them off. So I have sort of abandoned my abandoned book. I have sort of abandoned my abandoned book because I've spent so much more time in doing medical things, and I thought, it's like, how sometimes just life gets in the way. How many of you guys have had that where you're just like, okay, I had this big plan and then stuff happens? You're kidding? No, I totally get it. I did abandon my abandoned book. No, I'm not. But I'm just saying, like, for me, it's like I really wanted to do it. It's on my crafty wish list. I'm just now working on my mandala journal. How many of you guys have gone over to Barb's channel and gotten your Mandala Madness cards? I'm just now putting together my journal so that I can do that. Because I can take that with me to the doctor. Like, I can draw on that when I sit and wait for her appointments. Linda, I really love these books. Thank you so much. Raising both hands, life happens and stuff. Yes, it's like, you know what though? The past few weeks have been really nice for me as far as like calm, as far as, I mean, yeah, okay, the in-law thing is it's a little bit a lot. Like, we've had to go and do stuff with them a couple of times, but I've told my partner, I said, please go and do stuff with them. Don't wait on me. Oh, Gail, I know you didn't mean it. I know you were kidding. I've abandoned my abandoned book. I totally did. But these past few weeks have been better. As far as, like, I've just let go of things. I've let go of some obligations that how many of you commit yourself to things? You go, okay, I'm going to do that. And it seems like a good idea at the time. And then when it actually comes together, you're just like, why did I ever say that I would do that? You're like, why did I agree to doing that? Oh, I love them, Linda. They're awesome. Are you kidding? I'm enjoying them totally. I do need to trim my pages a little because this one's got a little, if I want it to close. Linda, you should send into the library too, the sketchbook library. It's in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, which is a beautiful place if you've never been. Williamsburg. You've been to Williamsburg, Brooklyn, haven't you, Miss Linda McCollum? I'm loving this. Look at this. This one's really cute. Like, look. I love the fabric. She made all this fabric, so I don't know if you guys can wrap your head around that. It was just like a plain piece, and then she put all these scraps on top of it and threads on it, and then she sewed it with a sewing machine. She put some tulle on top, and then she serged the sides, and then sewed a button, and then she did a little grommet on the top, and all I've had to do is fill it with pages. And I'm like so loving it. It's so wonderful. It's fun. Hi, Susan. Susan says she's listening to how life gets in the way and plans don't pan out. And I'm remembering that we are not in control here. And I'm not particularly religious, but spiritual definitely. Oh, girl, I know I'm not in control. I know I'm not in control. Raising both hands. You have two projects that you just can't get into for a fundraiser. Oh my God, you guys. So I have grown children. Speaking of fundraisers, and my kids were fortunate enough to go to private school in New York, my older ones. And my little one just started Montessori school here. And they are sending us, barraging us with all these fundraising things. And you guys, I just cannot get myself into it. Like, they're having some, like, Christmas fair and all this stuff. And you guys, the old me would have been, like, right there, right on it, doing it, whatever. This me is like, I don't know. I'm just not all into it. And I don't know. I got, like, some note from them saying, oh, okay, and what are you doing for the fundraiser? And I just thought, oh. I mean, I made cookies or something for the last thing, but I've run those fundraisers. I can totally relate, Louise. I can totally relate. It is. They are cute, right? Linda outdid herself. Linda, they're awesome. They're so awesome. I'm loving them. Thank you for sending them to me. Thank you so much. If I figure out how to use my crocodile and get the grommets right, because my grommets don't come out, they don't come out well. You know how some people can just grommet and they make it look so easy? Mine just, it could be the kind of grommets I have. I could have the ones that don't work for that machine. Hey, at least you're doing it, Lala. At least you're doing it. That's all that matters. You just got to keep going. I just keep hearing that little, in Ellen DeGeneres' voice, right? And Dory from Finding Nemo. Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. How many of you guys do that? How many of you guys are swimming, swimming, swimming? I am going to get my camera set up different. If I'm going to, because it looks like I may be in my little tiny space longer than I thought I was going to. And I am just like Mary from Meridel Abrams from the Mary ITA. I am going to get some shelves in here because I don't have any in here. Those are just tiny eyelets. Phaedra says, yes, she's so overdoing all the time. I feel obligated. Girl, I'm letting go of obligation. That is the one thing that I have decided I'm doing for myself this year. If I don't do anything else, I'm letting go of feeling obligated to anyone but myself. You quote Dory often. I know, right? Dory, you are our hero. I feel like Dory. How many of you guys feel like Dory? You know, she forgets, like she's going one direction and she's like, okay, where was I going? Who was that? I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm Dory today. Oh. Barb, how did you like those paints? Did you like them? I'm excited. I haven't used mine yet. I should definitely use them. Gratitude journal would be good. Yeah, I think so too. I'm just trying to keep swimming myself. I'm just swimming along myself. I am swimming along myself. Having my own Dory moment, like all the time. They're really interesting. Did you work out your glitches with your camera stuff? You know what I wanted to tell you about? I was going to message you earlier today, but I didn't get to tell you, is that you guys know that you can live stream, and if you click it unlisted, it won't come up in your streams. And you could send other people the unlisted link, and they can find you. It's very different on white and on black. Ooh, but I'm going to have to. I'm liking the closures right now, Linda. I don't know, because if I add a bunch of stuff to it, they might need to grow. So that's why I'm not going to cut anything. I'm just thought I would go ahead and like try and finish a couple of them. You guys, I know I said that we would do our swap in our Crafting Mamas group. I haven't even sat down to figure it out. I'm figuring it's going to be a 49-cent envelope swap so that anybody can participate, and it would be like putting ATC size papers and stuff in the envelope. I'll figure it out, and I'll make a video for it, and those that aren't on Facebook in our group can still participate if you want to send me an email. 3 steps forward, 1 step back. No, you know, Carla, you know, that's how, like, if that's how you can charge for a class. Like, say you decided, that's how you can give a Patreon class and use your YouTube links. He ask anything else? What did I miss, Lynn? Barb's fault. Hubby is at Walmart getting kids meds and checking for color shift paints. Good for you, Lynn. You know, they're not expensive. I didn't think they were expensive. I mean, they're more than my 49-cent ones, but I don't remember how much they were. How much were yours, Barb? I think they're like $3 or $4. Never turn that down, Lynn. I know, right? Hey, Barbara Clark. You do have him trained, Lynn. You've got him trained well. Anything else? We love our Bill. We love you, Bill. No, that's how, if you click unlist, if you click it unlisted, like you click like live stream, but first of all you got to go over to the side where you're doing your live stream thing, and where it gives you the option to make it public or unlisted, you've got to click it unlisted. You click it unlisted before you start, because otherwise it'll show up, and then you can go ahead and start your stream, and if you've sent people links, then they can watch them only. $3.99 at Walmart, or 2 ounces for $8.99 at Hobby Lobby. Oh, that's good to know. Well, seeing as I don't have a Hobby Lobby here, I must have gotten mine at Walmart too, because that's the only store we have here. Well, it's okay, because I missed her too, Barbara. I missed her too. How many of you guys have used the Premiere function? Barbara, I think YouTube decides whenever it's gonna do its own thing. It's like totally ridiculous. It's like it doesn't give you the notification. There are people that I'm signed up for Barb's notifications. I didn't get it either, so fill in. Depends upon how tired you are. Oh, girl. One Tuesday. Carla's saying one Tuesday. She was streaming and it was unlisted and no one could find her, and it took her 20 minutes to figure out she was unlisted. I get it. But I'm just letting all you guys know that, so that if you want to do a test, sometimes you want to do a test, but you don't want people to show up because you're not really doing a project. You're just doing testing your cameras or whatever. But it's also a good way to know that you can make a video, and it and post it on. You could use the live feature, film a video without anybody being there in your chat or whatever, and then post it later as a video. Does that make sense? That make, and they have that new YouTube Premiere thing, which I don't know, you know what it's supposed to do. Is it's supposed to, like, I only noticed it because when I was doing that collaboration a few weeks ago, that Day at the Dead collaboration, one of the girls had done her video like that, and when I went over to her, when I clicked on it, I said, do you want to have your Premiere, do you want to have these Premiere settings on? I mean, do you want to have, are you doing a live stream? And she said, no, it's just a video. And then that's when I figured it out. You know, it looks like a live stream chat, and I think it's just supposed to be meant for, like, supposed to help you if you wanted to hide your videos. I don't know. Oh, that's good. Liz said she saw a premiere today, which was great. It was a fully edited video during which she could live chat with everyone without trying to chat and craft. There you go. Good job. There you go. No, it still uploads the video, Louise. I don't know. Go check it out. You still have to upload the video. Barb says, yeah, Carla, I tried to stream the last 2 nights and it was a problem. Yeah, it took you forever. I don't know. And you know, there's all these new things coming out on YouTube too. I got these notifications. Have you been getting them, you guys? So they're changing, I don't know, the setup. Taz is saying, when you do something and go, go, go so much, you come to no time where physically, mentally, and emotionally and spiritually you feel you need a break or retire from it all to finally have me time. I can relate. You know, I think many of us feel like that, even if, you know, especially if you've raised children, because that energy that you spend giving to another person or anybody that has a family or a partner, you know, and all that energy that you give to other people, yeah, I get it. I totally get it. I get it. I completely get it. I think many of us can relate. Many of us totally can absolutely relate. Guys, I have the most bizarre set of like selection of beads, and so it's because it was in the bottom of a bag. It's terrible. In the bottom of a little bag. I get it. You know what, Barb? I agree with you. You know what I think it is? I think that, you know, in the technology realm, and I may be wrong, you guys pipe in, but I think in the technology realm, everything, especially like new higher definition cameras. Now, granted, we may all still be using the same cameras that we've always used, right? Crafters don't tend to, I mean, you probably have a nicer, more updated set than most of us do, but we tend to like what we have and we stick with it for a while for a lot of different reasons. I mean, I guess maybe we wouldn't if we were like a YouTube marketing business. Maybe we would go for the cutting edge electronics and bells and whistles. See, wells and whistles, bells and whistles, but we don't. And I think so. But I think right now, I think a lot of the main YouTube revenue comes from marketers and vloggers. And I think they're doing all these changes because they're trying to compete. Like, did you guys see the new thing or it's not new, I guess that they did a beta thing for it where YouTube is trying to be a little bit like Patreon, where you can join like for a Patreon style YouTube thing where you pay monthly and you get extra content, and they're charging people, I think like $5 a month, I think is what it is. I don't think there's tiers to it, but YouTube's taking 30% of it. So I think that, and YouTube's also, I think, trying to compete with Twitch and all those other things. Big hugs, Bonnie. Big hugs, BJ. We love you. Congratulations on your pup. And I hope I see you again. Big, big, big love. And we'll put you in the woo-woo tonight if you want to be in. So I think that they're just trying to compete with all the, you know, all the updates and all that sort of stuff that the average person is, or I can't say the average person, but that the big revenuers are bringing in for them, right? Whereas, like, even though, I mean, they haven't really figured out that, you know, crafters are, I mean, I don't think that we get I think we sort of get the short end of the stick on YouTube, you know? I think that there's lots of other niches that I think that we fill a real niche and give really good content. Yes, YouTube does have actual shows now. So I think that they're just all trying to like compete and stay relevant in that part where maybe for us as, you know, crafters or whatever as Patreon takes a bunch, but Patreon doesn't take 30%, Carla. Do you know, like, every time somebody super chats you, they take 30% of that super chat. I think it's 30%. So when you give somebody $1, they're only getting 70 cents of it. Here. And so, you know, we're so, like, when people come and they want to, so say that was something that somebody be interested in doing, like they'd be interested in coming to your and supporting you, and they see that thing, join now, from YouTube, right? And then they think, oh, I'm giving $5 a month, and that's really going to my, you know, to the person that I'm, you know, you're supporting, right? And then you don't know that they're only getting a portion of it. Patreon doesn't take 30% though. What do they take, Carla? I mean, I have a Patreon. I'm not a big one, but I have one. I don't know what they take, but I don't think it's 30%. Anyway, that's what I think. That's why I think all those changes are happening. And I think that it's not really evident to the people that are supporting the artist on YouTube or supporting the people that, you know, that they want to be supporting. Anyway, but you have to have, I don't know how many subscribers you have to have. I think you have to have 50,000 subscribers. Hi, Mary Jane. Yeah, they all want their piece of the pie. I think Ustream has killed its business. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you guys? So I'm loving this one too. Let's see if I have another clip. Thank you so much for these, Linda. I love them. Maybe I should put one more, make it a tiny bit longer. Yeah, they all take their piece of the pie. They all take their piece of the pie. But I think that's why there's so many changes going on YouTube, because they're trying to be your one-stop shop. They're trying to keep you from going out. They're not going to keep you from being Patreon compatible, because that would be stupid, because then what will happen is people would create and only put it on Patreon, right? Whereas, you know, you're still getting, oh, I want some green beads, and of course I don't have any green beads. This is like, what is wrong with me? So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe somebody else pipe in who knows more than me. You guys will probably all know more than I do. That's just my speculation, just because of what's going on and just how, just out of the blue it came, you know? It was like, suddenly just came out like out of nowhere. They take 30% of Super Chat now. Barbara Clark says she hated watching Ustream. So, but Carla, you still get a percentage when you transfer the funds from YouTube too. So Carla's saying Patreon takes 5% plus 5% for Patreon fees. So it can be close to 20% on Patreon. Well, they're taking 30% from YouTube, and I'm sure you still have the transfer fees. Night, Aunt Beck. Big hugs to you. I'll see you at Meridell's. And weren't you streaming this week? When are you streaming, Aunt Beck? You guys go over and check out Aunt Beck's Creations and subscribe to her channel. You will totally enjoy it. And how you subscribe is see her name right there on the right. You can click 3 dots on it and subscribe. And I think she's doing her quilting bee on Thursdays. Yeah? Am I wrong? Thursdays, I think. You guys are so many cool creators here on YouTube, and I think for the crafting community, we have one of the most kind and loving communities. All right, after this, I'm gonna make the cover for my. Ooh, I've already been going a long time. Ooh, I didn't realize I was going so long. Hi, Amberly. You had to get your children ready for bed. I hear you, girl. It is only, guys, it's not even 5 o'clock here. It's like 4:50 here in Hawaii. All right. Linda, I love these books. I guess I've gotten a little carried away with them. I love hanging out with you guys, and I love seeing you guys over at everybody's chat. Yeah. It's a lot, Carla. That's ridiculous, but it's a lot. It's expensive. I hear you. More than 10%, close to 15% for fees. Well, I saw a guy on YouTube, and I can't tell you what his name is because I don't necessarily. You know how people get in your feed because they'll be like, "Oh, this one's recommended to you." So, this guy, I don't even know what he does. He must be like a YouTube marketer or something. Anyway, he was talking about YouTube and how it used to be. Now, my partner used to have a big YouTube channel a long time ago. He's had multiple YouTube channels. And he was like saying, you know, what made YouTube really great was that you could do video responses to other creators. And it was the community of creators and their support of each other that made you really enjoy it. We've talked about this so much. And I said, you know, that's what I love about it. In the crafting world, now I don't really go outside of the crafting world. I mean, I do. I told you guys there's certain music things that I like, and there's some people that I follow a few other things that are not craft related, like sewing things, but I guess that's kind of considered craft related too, and that sort of thing. And this big YouTube guy, and he's made tons of money on YouTube. It has multiple channels with millions of viewers on each one, or millions of subscribers on each one. Okay, I'm loving this one too. Okay, this is the other one. I can cut the string on this, but I may not right next minute. So these are the two that I made. They're both very small. Let me find my ruler and all. Or these are the two that I filled. Linda made them. I did not make them. But what I can say about the crafting community is that everybody is fairly supportive of each other, and it's like it's not a competition. It's just support. So this is 1 3/4 by 2 inches, and this one is 1 inch by 2 inch. But I'm loving them. Don't you guys like them? Aren't they great? Thank you so much. These are awesome. So, you know, it's not a competition. You know, we just have to view it as this is an opportunity to share, and that, you know, it's not a competition. And there's so many viewers out there that the more we, stick together and support each other, the more we're going to have that in our own, little community. Well, I didn't get to really work on these. I wanted to make a cover for them. Okay, so this is what I found in my junk mail, and you guys can type in on this. Linda, I love these, and I'm going to make something with my big cover that you gave me, but I don't know what yet. I don't know, because, I'll show you. Let me just get my beads. Don't you love my fancy bead bag and my fancy bead tray? So part of me thought, okay, but I've already sewed these in. I guess I could unsew them. So part of me thought that I can sew these into my junk. I mean, they'll fit both of my junk mail journals, right? I can sew them just a little bit bigger. And then I have enough to wrap over like this, right? And then sew my button, kind of like a traveler's notebook, right? And then I thought I could grommet them and put elastic in it, and then I could slip my watercolor my watercolor pages underneath them. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I welcome some input if anybody has any input. Right? She did make it's so cool. I love it too. I love it. I love I love the red, whites, and blues, and I love the pink. I like the random string cord that you have in it. I like all of it. Or I could make, or I could Kool-Aid dye some papers and put them in here. Night, Phaedra, big love. Girl, you're always welcome. And lurkers, we love you. Appreciate a thumbs up, you guys. Appreciate a thumbs up. Love you, Miss Phaedra. Hope you have a wonderful night. So, the other thing is I thought about making, so this is what I did with my junk mail. I didn't cut it all down. It's not all the same size. But, you know, I like the way it sounds. And I wanted to put some pockets in it. I was going to stamp in it with stamping it using my concentric circle stamps that I call my Carla Cage fish stamps. And I do have a set of Carla Cage fish stamps. But I think they went with most of what was on my desk into storage. I could make it a flow journal. Just like sort of a, yeah, I haven't quite decided. These are just painted envelopes, watercolor paper, and I'm going to add some pockets to it. That's what I was going to add, some pockets and some embellishments. Jean says her son's a woodworker and he finds the YouTube community the same as the art community. Well, that's cool. Well, this marketing guy was on and on about saying that, you know, many people feel it's a competition and that he just wants to remind everyone that it isn't, and that that we all have, you know, and honestly, I've only experienced the art community. I haven't experienced, like, I don't go into chats for other things. I mean, I don't know. How many do you guys do? So, anyway, what I was gonna tell you about these like little envelope journals is if anybody's thinking about doing a November daily, you need 10 envelopes. 10 envelopes give you 40 sides. So there's only 30 days in November, so you could technically, you know, use this for your December, November daily. Gail says she watches and follows a couple of dog grooming channels. Oh, that's cool. Amberly says she goes into art, gaming, family, and dogs. Oh, and vlogs. Oh, good. Yeah, it does feel good, and it makes noise. I think it's the noise that I like so much. It's so ridiculous. Why is that? Can anybody want to pipe in? And yeah, Lynn says she finds the same in the paranormal, horror, vintage groups, and a very nice community. You guys are all into the paranormal. You guys are awesome. I think that's awesome. All right, you guys. I've already been streaming for 2 hours, and I didn't even know it. I was caught up in my own world. How many of you guys want to stay for the meditation? So at the end of, for those of you that are new, at the end of my live streams, I do meditation. And it's an active meditation. You can participate or not, or you can hang out and listen. Not a big deal. Whatever you want. It's more of like, I don't know, anybody can pipe in and tell you what their experience of it is. You're saying, okay, cool. You were going to jelly print. Jean says she's going to jelly print on envelopes, and then she painted them with me. A challenge. Yeah, paint your junk mail challenge. I did that a couple years ago. I did do a paint your junk mail challenge. I was painting junk mail. Oh my gosh, Jean. Gail, you have no idea. I have like a, in fact, I found it. I'll have to show it to you guys next time. I found one of my favorite painted junk mail journals. If you can stay and keep awake. The meditation only lasts about 10 minutes. And it's really super easy to follow. All you need to do to participate is inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. That's really it. So for those that want to have energized water, go get your water. And I can hear somebody already saying, why do you need water? You don't need water, but you know, many times people like to bring energized water to things where there's lots of positive energy going on, and the water absorbs all of that energy, and then you can drink it all week long if you want. And the meditation will only be about 10 minutes. So go get your water. And who are you going to check out? Okay, so Gail says her son has a paranormal channel, and it's called Paranormal Soup. And he posts his shows on YouTube after the fact, and he does them live on Facebook. Oh, awesome. So those that are really interested in paranormal stuff, go over to Gail's son. His channel is called Paranormal Soup, and check him out. Good night, Carla. Good night. See you later. All right. All right, so you can do this meditation with your eyes open and your eyes closed. It doesn't matter. Before we start the meditation, I want to invite you all to focus on your heart. And you can do this meditation. Yes, this is ASMR. This is an ASMR envelope. You are so right. We love you, Carla, and we'll see you on Sunday. You are so right. You know what? I should make an ASMR video, Marilyn, and just paint and make envelope noises. You're absolutely right. So funny. So I invite you all. So Amberly says she thinks we've been doing the woo-woo for just over a year now. I think we have, Amberly, and we can thank you because it was you that came to the thing one time, and I don't even remember what all happened, but it was because of you. So we all can thank you, Amberly, for that. So this works anytime, and I invite you guys to try this out, and it works. I don't know why it works, but it works. So whenever you're feeling like unusually stressed or just in an uptight situation or in a situation where you find that it's just not going your way and you're feeling, hi, Amy, you feel like you're just like, like you just need a breather, but you can't leave. Image a window in your heart, okay? And you can image it on both sides of your body, or you can just image it on the front and open it up and allow any energy that's not serving you to release. And you can see it like smoke leaving. So say you have tightness in your shoulders, or you have tightness in your back, or you're stressed out, or somebody is not working for you. Open this window in your chest and release. Give your body permission to release. And if you can't tell if you're releasing, put your chin to your chest. Then open that window. Give your body suggestion releasing, just to release, release. And you're releasing anything that doesn't hold, at the very minimum, the vibration of joy. You're addicted, Taz, to live chats? So just release. And you can do this anytime, any place. All you need to do, just sit with you can do it with your eyes open. I do it with my eyes closed sometimes. Like I was in the Department of Motor Vehicles the other day, and I was sitting there so long, and the energy of that place is so, whatever. It just doesn't always suit me. So I just opened a window in my heart. I just allowed myself to release. I'm going to put my chin to my chest. And I told my body personality that anything that didn't vibrate, at least at the vibration of love, that I was letting it go. And if you do it for a little bit, just even for a couple seconds. Well, let's all do it together. Open the window in your heart. You can do it on both sides or just one. Put your chin to your chest. And give your body personality permission to release anything in your body, any vibration, any energy you're holding on to that is anything less than the vibration of love. See it like smoke leaving your body, like a chimney, right? And just let that go. Just let it go. Okay, tell me what you guys feel. Want to share anything? And then we'll get ready to do our meditation. So for me, even though I do it all the time, there always seems like there's more to release. Like I don't think that I can ever, I don't know that maybe eventually I'll get to a point where there's nothing left to release. But I don't know. Now you can put yourself into this release state. You got your water, awesome. You can put yourself into this release state all the time. You can teach yourself. So much yawning for you, that's awesome. You can teach your subconscious, which never sleeps, your subconscious mind or your inner child, to be in release 24/7. And you will find yourself getting lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. Yeah. Because we all hold on to this tension in our bodies, right? We hold on to it and we don't even, and we pick it up. Like you go into a place and maybe somebody's yelling at each other and whatever, and then the next thing you know, your shoulders are up near your ears and you're feeling the stress and you don't even know why, right? So allow yourself to release. Okay, so let's get started. All you need to do to participate is inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Receive and release. Imagine yourself in a column of light. Allow this column of light to grow around your body 6 feet in all directions. Give your column of light the direction to grow 6 feet above and 6 feet below. When you look up in your column of light, you can't see the end. And when you look down in your column of light, you can't see the end. This is your column of light. It is unique to your being, soul, spirit. Allow your column of light to enter deep, deep, deep into the earth. Give your column of light big roots like old oak trees deep in the heart of the earth. With every inhale and every exhale, allow the roots to go deeper and deeper and deeper, deeper into the heart of the earth. Let's invite this beautiful earth energy into our body, into our column of light. I see this energy like molten gold, but you can see it, feel it, think it, or just know it any way that works for you. Feel this beautiful molten gold energy rising up through your roots, through your column of light, through the floor, filling your feet and ankles, calves and knees, thighs and hips, filling the base of your spine, your lower abdomen, your waist, your chest and back, your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, your hands, and out every finger. Feel it filling your throat and neck, your face and head, and feel it fountaining out the top of your head as high as you can imagine. Ready? Breathe it in. Breathe it in. And breathe it in. One more time. Feel this beautiful molten golden energy pouring through your entire body, fountaining out the top of your head, and allow it to flush out anything that no longer serves you. Ready? Breathe it in. Breathe it in. And breathe it in. Take a moment to enjoy your connection to the earth. Now follow your column of light above your head. You can see your light around your body 6 feet in all directions and this beautiful molten gold fountain above you. Follow this light and give it the suggestion, heart of creation, heart of the central sun, heart of the divine. And with that, your energy is right there. Give your column of light those big roots just like you did below your feet, deep in the heart of creator creation energy, into the heart of the central sun. Feel your energy in the molten gold energy of the earth, expelling any and all excess above your head out your roots. Let's invite this beautiful central sun energy, this beautiful creator creation energy into our column of light. I see this like silvery diamonds, but you can see it, feel it, think it, or just know it any way that works for you. Feel this beautiful cosmic energy pouring through your column of light and mixing with your earth energy and spreading 6 feet in all directions. Feel it filling your head and face, your neck and throat, your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, your hands, and out every finger. Feel it filling your chest and back, your waist, the base of your spine, your lower abdomen, and feel it pouring through your hips, thighs, knees, calves, and ankles, and out the bottom of your feet, expelling any and all excess deep into the heart of the earth. Ready? Breathe it in. Breathe it in. And breathe it in. Take a moment to enjoy your connection to heaven and earth. Now I'd like us to start above our head in the highest point that we can imagine, where our column of light meets the heart of creator creation, the heart of the central sun. And on the inhale, I'd like you to receive. Give your body personality to receive, permission to receive divine joy, divine bliss, divine love, divine freedom, and divine clarity. Breathe in and receive this loving light. Ready? Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus 6 feet above your head and all the points of light in between. On the inhale, receive divine love, divine bliss, divine joy, divine freedom, divine clarity. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus 1 foot above your head. Breathe in and receive divine joy, bliss, freedom, and clarity. And divine love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus on the top of your head. Receive divine bliss, divine love, divine joy, divine freedom, divine clarity. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Check that your roots are deep in the earth, and check that your roots are anchored in the heavens above. Allow your column of light to grow just a little larger and your roots on both ends to go deeper and deeper. Focus on the center of your forehead. Receive divine love, joy, bliss, freedom, and clarity. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus on your throat. Breathe in. Receive divine bliss, joy, freedom, love, and clarity. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus on your heart. Make sure your window's wide open. On the inhale, receive divine love, divine bliss, divine freedom, divine clarity, divine joy. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus on your waist. Receive divine bliss, divine joy, divine freedom, divine love, divine clarity. Receive in love. 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 Focus on your lower abdomen. Receive divine bliss, divine love, divine freedom, divine joy. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus on the base of your spine. Receive divine love, divine joy, divine bliss, divine freedom, divine clarity. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus 1 foot below your feet. Make sure your roots are open in the earth and open in the heavens above you. Receive divine love, bliss, freedom, joy, clarity. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus 6 feet below your feet. Give your body personality permission to receive divine love, divine bliss, divine freedom, divine clarity, divine joy. Receive in love. 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 Focus on the heart of the earth, where your light meets, where your roots are. Receive divine love, joy, bliss, freedom, divine clarity. Receive in love. Put one hand on your heart and on your water. If you have it, if not, you can send it out to wherever you'd like. Ready? Receive and give. I'd like you to tell me when you can feel it. Let me know when you can feel it. Put one hand on your heart, and I want you to image someone, someplace, anything you'd like to send it to. It could be a place on the earth. It could be an element, earth, water, air, the oceans, the animals, animal kingdom, plant kingdom, mineral kingdom. It could be anyone you know that needs just an extra boost. Receive and give. Receive and give. Receive and give. I'd like you to imagine an infinity symbol, like a figure eight, starting in the heart of heaven, heart of creator creation energy, crossing through your heart, entering deep into the earth, crossing back through your heart, and ending where it began. On the inhale, receive divine love from creator creation, from the divine source, from the heart of the central sun and the heart of the earth. And on the exhale, give love back to the heart of the earth, the heart of creator creation, the heart of the divine, the heart of the central sun, and the heart of the form of the divine that you relate to in any way. Ready? Receive and give. Receive and give. Receive and give. Receive and give. And when you feel ready, Open your eyes and come back. Good night, Gail. Hi, Jane. And feel free to share anything if you want, and you don't have to. There's no right or wrong, and you don't have to share if you don't feel like it. You're welcome, Lala. Thanks for being here. Big hugs to you. You guys know that you can come back and listen to this anytime. The energy stays on the recording. Also know that when you put people in your intention to receive your loving energy and the light that you're sending them, it's their choice to receive it. You're welcome, Amy. I'm glad you came and hung out with us and stayed. So, Linda, I'm so loving these. These are so good. I'm so excited to make them and do stuff with them. You sent me so many that I have enough to share. Oh, you're welcome, Auntie Doll. You're so welcome. Guys, I'm going through my own life changes. I'm going through my own, like, what do I want to be when I grow up? how many of you honestly have gone through that or going through something like that? Like, what do I want to be when I grow up? I don't know. You guys, there's no right or wrong in the sharing. You can share whatever you want, you know? There's no right or wrong. I know for me lately, my meditations have been much clearer. You still do that? Oh my gosh, you guys. I've been going through my own stuff. You've been going through your whole life? You just finally decide when you want to be where you are? That's good. Barb says you go through it every 7 years. Oh, good. You're going through it too, Amy? Oh, good. I'm not alone. You want to be Peter Pan? Jane says. Okay. I wonder if Peter Pan likes to do junk journals. You're scared? Oh, I send you love. I support you in that. Let it go. You don't have to be frightened of it, but I totally know. It's like when you've raised your children and they're grown and you've had different incarnations and jobs and stuff, and you don't really identify with them anymore. You're just kind of like going through, like, what am I going to do? I've been asking for clarity in that situation, so that's why I invite divine clarity in. Because I figure if it comes from a higher place, it's got to be what I'm supposed to do, right? Oh, Auntie Doll, I send you love and I support you. Linda, I love these. Yep, and yep. Hi, Louise. Louise says she gets 8 years and then she has to change something drastic. I haven't noticed the time pattern thing of it. I guess if I looked back, I could, but I just don't have the same, I don't find the same things important that I did before, you know? Are you guys in that same space too? Like, I don't find, it's not important. Like it was. Lots of teeth chattering during this week during your meditations. Stopped when we did water. Ooh, that's good to know, Jane. I love these. Linda, I'm loving them. I can't wait to make the rest of them. Barb says no matter what, that she wishes it were different. That's the pattern. Maybe it's time it will be other than that. Oh, maybe. Amy, you know, the water is just, energized water is just, okay, so, you know, your body's primarily made up of water. And when you do anything that brings in more love and light in your body, your water holds on to it, just like your body does. And that holds the memory of that beautiful energy that we shared. And so when you bring water to anything, like even if you go to a yoga class or, any place where you're sharing beautiful, loving energy, the water absorbs that energy. So if you drink it, then you are putting more of that energy into your body. That's all. I mean, it's not a prerequisite. Some people love to do it. Some people don't at all. But it can help. And what Jean's sharing is that she had some teeth chattering during her meditations this week, and that when she added the water to it, meaning bringing the water, and then as we did the meditation, then I'm assuming she drank the water later on, it changed it. As long as you don't ignore it. I enjoy all of you too. And the one thing that's come to me, the only thing that I can tell you that's come to me is that I have to continue doing this. So even on the days that I don't feel like it, like on the days that I don't, like I get, like I'm doing stuff and whatever, I'm like, oh, I make myself do it and I always feel better. And it's not that I don't want to do it, it's just, how like stuff comes up, right? And I know that's my sign that I need to push forward, push through it. I gotta keep swimming like Dory said. I agree, Lala. I agree. People are very kind in this crafting community, and I so appreciate it. I appreciate the love and the kindness that you show each other and that you share with me, and I appreciate all of it. Wow, I have so many more of these. I better get my behind in gear and then just like get going. I've got like, how many more do I have? You sent me a ton of these, girl. I got a bunch to do. I better get my behind in gear and get them done. Better be cutting my papers out and getting myself and getting my buttons out. I have buttons, okay? How many of you guys have crazy buttons like I do? I have boxes of buttons. I could sew my buttons on and then put my grommets in. And anybody else want to share anything? What are you working on? What are you working on now, Miss Barb? I got my book. I finally got I got some good paper out to do my mandala journal. I'm going to bind it. No, you're welcome, Jane. All I really do is I just hold the space for you to do your own healing. That's really all. Aren't they great? They're so great. Linda, like, outdid herself. It's like, I think I have many books for, like, I like everything small anyway. Not that I need anything, but you know how that is, right? Really, all I do, Jean, is I hold the space for you to do your own healing. The healing comes from you. Somebody said that their headache went away. That's good. You working on schoolwork, Amberly? I hope it's going good. Ooh, that sounds nice. Well, you are always busy, Miss Barbowen. Guys, go over to Barb's channel if you're not subscribed to live. You'll love her channel. She generally live streams once a month, the first Friday of every month. Drama-free Friday. Maybe tomorrow you'll stream again. Well, I'll be looking for you then, because I'm sorry I missed you today. Who knows? I've been doing paperwork stuff, and trying to reorganize my stuff and trying to, you know how you have something, you're like, okay, I know I have this, and you just like look through everything and you can't find it. That's what I'm doing. Oh, Jane, sending you love and support. What were you doing, Jean, just now while holding the water? You have to rewrite that to me. You're trying to make a softball scrapbook, Louise? Oh, that's good. For a 14-year-old? Oh, we found out he has leukemia? Oh, not an easy task. We'll put a lot of love in it, Louise, and he'll feel it. "3 days of doing nothing." You know what? Sometimes it's good, Atidal. Sending you love, Louise, and we'll put him in our woo-woo too. It's a wonderful thing to do. I agree with Barb. It's a wonderful thing to do, Louise, to make him a scrapbook. You know, I've had to deal with a lot of people that have had life-threatening, I won't say a lot, but several that have had life-threatening things, like where you feel like, you know, what can you do? I can tell you from my experience, just treating them normal is what is the best thing to do. And just doing it as if he's going to be perfectly fine, and then there's nothing wrong, you know, and then you put that energy with it. No big promises. I hear you, Barb. Girl, you know I hear you. It helps to have a guide. Okay, cool. It does help to have a guide, I agree. Girl, I so get it. You have no idea. It's like, you have no idea. It's like on the days that I stream, before I know it, the day's already gone. I'm like, oh no, I have to stream it. I mean, Amberly says her mom and her go to coffee once a week, and she has told me it's the best day of the week. Oh, Amberly. Sending you love, Mama. Sending you so much love. Yeah, holding a normal space for them somewhere. No, I agree with you, Barb. I have a friend who, I see her once a year. She comes out here, and she has some rare form of that awful disease. And, you know, she actually still goes to work. And I said to her one time, like, what, you know, how do you do that? And she says it's the thing that makes her feel the most normal. Good night, Lala. Big hugs. It's a thing that makes her feel absolutely the most normal. Oh, your teeth. I get it. So, Jean, that's awesome. You know, sometimes, too, make sure your grounding cords are deep in the earth. You know, many of us, for whatever reason, don't allow us to ground through the earth. And that's where the healing comes. You know, the healing comes from the energy of the earth. And so, big hugs, Lala. So just make your cords bigger. That's why I tell you to image them like big tree roots. I don't remember who ever told me to make my grounding cords like tree roots. It really helped me. Well, my lovelies, I did not get my cover done for this, but I will work on it. I was thinking I was going to make a wallpaper cover, but I don't know. I like the way these papers are. Maybe I'll look for, maybe I have a really large piece of junk mail that I can bind both of these in. I'll have to look. Amberly, you know what? If you can take a device with you and listen to something good and positive, something uplifting with her, I think it. I used to do that with my mom when she was going through those types of treatments. Good night, Lynn. Good night, Barb. For those of you that haven't joined our Crafting Mamas Facebook group, please feel free to come on over and join us. And know that I love you. And I will see you guys on Friday. Same time on Friday. And sending you so much aloha. Go over and join each other, chat with each other, and find each other on your own YouTube channels as well. You know, I encourage you. And love you, Jane. We've missed you, girl. Sending you love. I was thinking about you the other day. And know that I love you, and I'm sending you big, huge hugs. And as always, from my heart to your heart, I'm sending you so much aloha. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow at Barb's if she chooses to, if she needs another live streaming test. If not, I'll see you at either the Mary Atelier, maybe Aunt Beck's Creations, maybe Pink Poodle Crafts. Stacy does mixed media mashup tomorrow night. Go and join her. Know that I love you guys. Big, huge hugs. Love, love, love you. So until I see you again, big aloha.